What up, fam? It's that man, Taj Jacobs, coming back at you once again. Hey, listen. Yesterday I posted a video on Instagram. It's in my Instagram Reels. You can go and check that out at taj.jacobs. But I posted the video, and it was in reference to when I was detailing a car yesterday. And when I was detailing this car, I thought that me listening to some music, specifically some new hip-hop music, was gonna carry me through and give me that motivation that I needed to bang out the job. And I ended up listening to a lot of hip-hop, new hip-hop music, the normal trap music, that basically talked a lot about, your everyday drug use, pulling out a gun, shooting somebody who, is coming against me. You know the lingo. And for about 2.5 hours I was listening to it. It took me almost 3 hours to finish the job. And what I noticed, while I was doing the job, it really made me pretty angry, and it made me a little frustrated because I'm sitting up there listening to the lyrics. I listen to lyrics. I'm a big advocate of lyrics. I don't understand most people who listen to songs without listening to lyrics. But anyway, I was listening to the lyrics, and I swear about 98% of the songs were about the same thing. Trapping in the hood, flipping bricks, all the glamorization that you hear about, this type of lifestyle, the gang life, the drug culture, just a savage life. And it made me think real hard, because I have an 11-year-old son who pretty much loves this type of music. He loves it. His friends love it. A lot of people I know love it. So I got frustrated because what I understand about music, it does have the power to influence. It has a lot of power to influence your mind. And if it was influencing me, and I could be wrong, if it was influencing me to the point where I got frustrated about it, I got frustrated because I'm tired of hearing cats talk about killing other people for nothing. I get tired of hearing cats talk about using drugs for nothing, just to use them. And so I posted the video on Instagram about it, Instagram Reel. And the theory was basically saying, if hip-hop has the power to influence, and it made me feel that way, what is it doing to the people who listen to this stuff all day? Because honestly, I'd rather not listen to it all day. I mean, it has its place. It is, it's basically turn-up music. That's what they call it, turn-up music. But what I noticed is, after I got frustrated to a point, I had to turn the music off, because I was like, man, this is really influencing my mind. So I turned it off, and I put on some affirmations from Audible. I'm a big avid of Audible, the app Audible, where it basically reads books to you. And so, I download these affirmation books that, teaches you affirmations about overcoming obstacles, about boosting your self-esteem, things like that. So the one that specifically I was listening to was the one about overcoming obstacles. And it was amazing when I turned it on. After listening to the first few seconds, I started to feel great. I started to feel lovely. I started to feel motivated. I started to feel very positive. I started to feel really good inside. And I think it's interesting what's happening to the hip hop game right now. Because I grew up listening to hip hop in the 90s, and a lot of cats were more like news reporters. A lot of these rappers were more like news reporters. They was reporting a lot of things that were going on in their hood, but at the same time it had an element of consciousness to it. It had an element of getting out of the hood, getting out of these negative situations and surviving. But now it seems like the content is geared towards staying in the hood and embracing it and making it fun. Making gangbanging fun, taking drugs fun. And I don't really understand it because I've never met a drug addict who can really maintain a positive lifestyle. I've never met a drug addict who is healthy. My whole point is this: when I posted the video, one of my homeboys commented, and shout out to him. Y'all can go check him out on Instagram and check out his music too, Loretta's Only. Shout out to him. He's a very positive dude from Florida. He's on top of his game. But he posted a comment that went a little bit on the rails of what I just talked about. Like, he used to listen to music back in the day, and a lot of cats was talking about getting out of the situation and trying to uplift themselves and basically reporting the news. And now it's all about staying in it, glorifying everything. And it might be some people who can backlash saying that Jay-Z did the same thing, because I can think of lyrics that a lot of cats that I grew up listening to were glorifying it, but they still had a bit of a balance, right? They had a bit of a balance. Because one thing I'm learning to understand about hip-hop is this: it's absolutely fake. Hip-hop is fake, but the consequences of it are real. If you think about these rappers who display these personas, these gangster personas, about being gangsters and being this and being that, a lot of them are getting killed. A lot of them are getting killed by that whole culture. Whether they're overdosing on drugs, whether they are victims of a murder. Like, this stuff is real. I don't understand the mindset that makes it look like it's fun. Because even, I can remember Jay-Z, this is how I knew hip-hop was dead, right? Nas came out with that whole thing about hip-hop being dead. When Jay-Z came out with the Blueprint 3 album, right? And I had moved away. I moved away from my hometown, and then I linked up with a couple cats, maybe like 5 or 6 of us. We linked up, and we were going out, and the Blueprint 3 had just came out. So dudes was like, they was asking me what I was listening to, and I was hyping up the new Jay-Z album, the new Blueprint 3. I was like, man, y'all gotta listen to this joint. This joint is different. This joint is fire. Like, y'all need to hop on this train, right? And they looked at me like I was stupid, and all of them said it like in synchronicity, like, yo, I can't rock with Jay-Z no more. I'm rocking with the new Flocka, or the new Brick Squad, or whatever the new trends was that back then, right? And in my head, I'm like, why? I was like, why? These cats was older. They was older than me, or around my age at that. And in my mind, that music was made more for kids. But And Jay-Z's music was talking about, like, he had a line in the first song in the Blueprint album, Blueprint 3. It's like, ain't nothing cool about, it's something like, ain't nothing cool about wearing a strap, worrying your moms and burying your best cat. And he was just flipped it up. He was like, everybody want my old music, go listen to my old music. I'm on some new stuff. That was the whole gist of the Blueprint 3. And I thought that hip-hop was going in a different direction because of Jay-Z, but nah. Hip-hop, ever since, has been talking about the same exact thing in their rhymes since the Blueprint 3. And this was around when? The early 2000s. We're in 2021 right now. We're talking 20 years later, the same content is still being distributed all over the radio waves. So what's really going on with hip-hop? Like, if I understand that your mind can be influenced by hip-hop, like, people are looking up to these rappers, people are thinking that these rappers are real. What I'm learning is these rappers are playing characters. It's like, it's similar to the WWE. Like, people really thought The Undertaker was a dead man until recently when he retired and he started doing podcasts, and now you see the real him, the Mark Calloway. You see the real man. You don't see no dead man. But that was just the genius behind him playing that role, him playing that character. And then there's a genius behind these rappers playing these characters. Their whole deal is to make their characters seem real, and people are buying into these characters. So that's why I'm saying that hip hop is fake. Because for the longest time, I thought hip-hop was real as ever. I thought Tupac was a gangster. Then come to find out he wasn't a gangster. I thought Biggie was a gangster. Then come to find out he used to work in a supermarket, stocking shelves. At least that's what the word is, you know. So what's really going on out here, man? I think that there's just this whole culture that's happening where as though it's influencing these young cats' minds. Imagine these young cats out here listening to trap music all day. They pissed off all day and having fun being pissed off. So I don't know, fam. These are just my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comment about the hip-hop game. Because it's a reason why certain music, like conscious music and positive music, doesn't really travel far. But that gangbang, shoot 'em up, shooting your drugs, take the drugs, take your chick. You know, all of this is very profitable. So yeah, fam, let me know what you think. Comment down below. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And let me know what you think. It's that man, Taj Jacobs. And remember that being prepared eliminates fear, and being aware makes everything clear. Hey, I'm out of here. Peace. Hey, if you like this content, what I want you to do is go ahead and click the subscribe button below. Make sure you hit the like button so that we can activate this channel and grow it to the fullest capacity. Also, share it with your friends and family if you think that I provided a lot of value here for you. All right, I appreciate you for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Peace.